Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But guys, another week of the WBE. This is our team builder for week 7. The Minnesota Vikavolt taking on Big Leek Energy and coach DuncanCantDie in an epic week 7 showdown. Now, for those who saw our last week's match, it was pretty insane, and I just want to let you guys know that we're going to try not to let that one happen again. Stuff happens, man. We make mistakes, you learn from them, and you hopefully don't do them again. But, you know, that was definitely an unfortunate turn of events. I think we had the game kind of on lock. Or I felt like I had the game on lock, and then you kind of threw it away. But it is what it is, man. We got to move forward, and Duncan is 5-1. We are now 4-2. So we really got to win this one. We really got to start winning some games here. We still are very much so in the playoff race, obviously at 4-2. But you know, we got to get in the playoffs, and we got to do it with some confidence. So let's talk about his team. We'll talk about our team, what we're bringing. We got a really unique matchup. Duncan's one of the best battlers in the league, so it's going to be a showdown for sure. Hit that like button down below if you guys enjoy these types of videos, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. The battle will go up tomorrow morning, as it always does. So, looking at Duncan's team, he's got Gigantamax Lapras, of course, which can set up that G-Max Resonance, sets up an Aurora Veil, essentially, for 5 turns, maybe 8 turns. He's got the Dark-type Urshifu, which hits incredibly hard with Wicked Blow. It can hit through Protect. It can obviously, you know, I think it crits every time. It's very strong. Porygon-Z is very powerful, right? This thing can set up agility, it can set up nasty plot, but most scarily, it can just Dynamax and just hit really hard with adaptability, normal type moves, which slow you down, which is pretty scary. Porygon-Z is definitely a threat. He's got Togetic, which can follow me, redirect, kind of like a mini Togekiss. Magneton, which is surprisingly like kind of a threat, right? It has sturdy, it can also have analytics, so if it attacks second, it deals more damage. Steel and electric type is a pretty good typing despite its ground weakness, but Magneton just a problem in general. He could use it with like weakness policy. Like he's kind of used it a bunch of different ways in the past. Unova Darmanitan, which is the pure fire type. This thing hits like an absolute truck, right? I mean, this thing just deals so much damage. But, you know, it obviously has a few core weaknesses, and it is pure fire type. Generally, it's used Scarfed, sometimes Band-Aid, or like Life Orb to take advantage of its sheer force ability to make those fire moves a little bit stronger. Got a Cottony. Cottony cannot set up Tailwind, but it does get other things like Sunny Day. It also gets like Prankster, I think Fake Tears, some things like that. I'm definitely going to go through Cottony's move pool before this match just to make sure I don't miss anything. Flapple, of course, the dragon and grass type Pokemon that's often known for its hustle ability, can set up Dragon Dances and just hit really hard. The thing with Flapple, though, is it is pretty slow, and it obviously has that chance to miss outside of Dynamax, and it has that big 4x weakness to Ice, which obviously my team features quite a bit of. Sigilyph, a pretty good Tailwind setter as well, often paired with Flapple because it can set up Gravity, so Flapple doesn't miss and boosts the power of Grab Apple, but again, stacking Ice weaknesses here. Gengar, of course, could be his anti-Trick Room Pokemon. Also just hits really hard with moves like Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, and maybe even Focus Blast. And then Lopunny. Lopunny is kind of a wild card here, can run Fake Out, can be like annoying with Klutz and Switcheroo and stuff. But otherwise, not a huge threat, I would generally say. In terms of what I think he's going to bring, I think Lapras 1,000,000% comes. I think some of his Pokemon have really weird matchups here. Like, I don't want to get too excited and say that I have a good matchup on paper, but in some ways I really do feel like that. Lapras is a problem, but we have some ways to deal with it. Urshifu, a problem, but I have 2 Fairy types, right? Porygon-Z, a problem, but I have multiple Pokemon that resist. I have 2 Steel types and a Rock type that can resist those attacks a little bit better. Togetic, he doesn't really like Blizzard spam. Magneton's a little scary, but again, I think we have things to deal with this team. So let's talk about what I'm going to bring and why I'm going to bring it right here, right now, for week 7 of the WBE. So at first glance on this team, you know, I saw a couple different things. I saw that Hail was really strong here, right? That's obviously always a strategy because, again, his redirector doesn't like Blizzard spam. You know, Porygon-Z doesn't want to take that. I feel like Aurora Veil is really strong in this matchup. I feel like Fairy spam really good because of Urshifu. So a couple different things. And I notice he does not have a Trick Room mode, right? Like his only Trick Room is basically Gengar trying to counter Trick Room. So those are some things that we can make note of. I think Drapion has an okay matchup, but we're not going to bring it. Serena, I didn't even really consider, to be honest. And Blastoise, I didn't really consider either. With him having Lapras and you know, Magneton and things like that, I didn't really feel like Blastoise is all that usable. I do think Turtonator has a pretty good matchup here, though, potentially dealing some serious damage with a weakness policy or something like that, especially under the Trick Room condition. Turtonator does insanely, like it does so much, and it's a better way to deal with Lapras than maybe Rhyperior is. But I am going to go with Rhyperior, and then Java or Rotom here was going to be on the team. It was on the team until the last minute, but you'll see that I decided to switch it with something else. So kicking off our team this week is going to be Rhyperior. Rhyperior is rocking the Solid Rock with weakness policy. That's going to double his attack and special attack under the Trick Room condition, or under the, when he gets hit by a super effective attack rather. And Earthquake, Rock Slide, Ice Punch is incredible coverage. Like, we destroy everything on his team with this at +2. Like, he really has no switch-ins, and if we're Dynamax, we're taking hits. We're very specially bulky, so things like Porygon-Z aren't going to really break through us. We are very, very strong. This thing is just insanely powerful, and I think Rhyperior can do a lot of damage if that weakness ball gets activated, and I do have Trick Room condition up. I am bringing Sandslash here, white out. It's got Drill Run, Iron Head, Brick Break, Triple Axle. This is originally going to be an Assault Vest Sandslash. It's a way to kind of deal with Lapras and deal with Porygon a little bit, slow some things down like Magneton, but I decided to swap it to Life Orb and give the Assault Vest to a different Pokemon, which you'll see, and Rotom was originally the Life Orb user. But this thing's pretty much one of my dedicated leads, right? Like, I can lead this, it outspeeds Gengar, it can one-shot it with Triple Axle if I hit all 3. Amazing, right? I can one-shot Togetic with Triple Axle. I can Brick Break to remove that screen from the G-Max Resonance of Lapras, rather. And then, of course, we've got Iron Head on there. Just general shenanigans. The beauty of this matchup here is, you know, I can oftentimes lead Sandslash with the Hail condition, and I don't even have to Dynamax it, right? It can do what it needs to do without Dynamaxing, which can save me a chance to Dynamax in the late game. We've got Bronzong here, which has Heat Proof, and the Cassib Berry. Cassib Berry reduces the power from those ghost type attacks coming our way, and the Heat Proof is going to allow us to take on that Darmanitan a little bit better. We've got Bulldoze, Hypnosis, Trick Room, and Body Press. The Body Press is there to help me with the Magneton matchup, help me with the Urshifu matchup, help me with the PZ matchup, right? Hitting all those Pokemon super effectively with that really powerful fighting type move is really nice. Hypnosis is just because a lot of times, like, you'll Trick Room and maybe you'll Bulldoze, and Bronzong doesn't need to do that much, right? Like, it can just sit there. It kind of just sits there. I love Hypnosis because even though it's a really low chance to hit, it's more likely to hit than miss, and it can turn the tide of a game around. If you just hit a Hypnosis, it can really cripple the opponent, and oftentimes, like, that's just the best option for Bronzong is just click Hypnosis and hope it hits, right? But really, the main thing is here, get that Trick Room up next to Togekiss, and then Bulldoze the Rhyperior, allowing me to activate that weakness policy. We do have to run Bulldoze and not Rock Tomb because he does have Togetic, and Bulldoze is actually kind of nice for things like Magneton as well to kind of chip away at that. We've got Easter here, our Togekiss. This is a Super Luck variant. It's got Dazzling Gleam, Yawn, Protect, and Follow Me with a Citrus Berry, very specially defensive. I have been toying with the idea of putting the Chilin Berry on this. Chilin Berry actually reduces the power of normal type moves, which is kind of a surprising thing. The only reason why I'm really considering that is because there is a unique situation where he can lead with Porygon-Z, and he can actually one-shot Togekiss with Porygon-Z going for Max Hyper Beam. With like Life Orb. It's one of those like very, very peculiar situations where he could do it. If he does that though, is that really that big of an issue? It's only an issue if I try to set Trick Room on turn 1 or something like that, because generally I am going to be using my Ninetales as the lead anyway, and Togekiss kind of comes in the back in this game, which I'll talk about kind of the game flow here after I get through the rest of the team. But otherwise, pretty standard, very bulky Togekiss. And the beauty of it is this thing is also here to help me against Urshifu. Now, I could run Babiri Berry, and there is some validity to running Babiri Berry, and maybe I will put Babiri Berry on there. In fact, I think I am gonna make that change. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, we're gonna actually change this mid, you know, matchup here, like mid discussion, because I do actually think the Babiri Berry, I was really torn about it. I think it is the right decision, so let me figure out where mine is. There it is. I'm gonna give it the Babiri Berry. I think having that is worthwhile. The Citrus I don't think is gonna be that impactful. I think being able to take a Steel type move that would normally be super effective and like not take as much, and then potentially get a Dazzling Gleam off can really help us deal with that Urshifu, which otherwise could be problematic, right? So it is 4 times a week to Dazzling Gleam. Next mod is Emma Frost here, our Ninetales. Focus Sash Ninetales as always. This thing is outspeeding the Lopunny. It's got Dazzling Gleam and Blizzard, beautiful, and then Aurora Veil. 9 times out of 10, we're clicking Aurora Veil. There's not a ton he can do to stop it. He can lead Gengar with Rain Dance and try to stop it. But if I lead Sandslash, they can't do that because I can one-shot Gengar with Triple Axle. So, and I mean, obviously we have to hit, but it's 90%, right? Like, we're going to assume that we're going to hit it. And, you know, what's he going to do? Rain Dance? Like, maybe that's his play, but I just don't see that. Blizzard's really good. Dazzling Gleam, again, really nice spread damage there, especially if he's got Urshifu next to Togetic. I can hit that thing and not have to worry about it. Again, Aurora Veil, very key in this match. And then actually making its season debut is our Shawnee Comet. I love this guy. We actually used him a lot in the first season of the WBE for Sword and Shield. We've got Brick Break, Fake Out, Mach Punch, and Ice Punch with the Iron Fist and Assault Vest, right? So this is max HP, max attack, very bulky. This thing is actually super good in this matchup, right? Look at Lapras, Urshifu, Porygon, Magneton, right? Lopunny. Those mons are all hit super effectively from fighting type stab. I mean, that's incredible. And you got Mach Punch on there. I can actually see this being a Dynamax candidate in the game as well. So very, very cool stuff. We can break through that Aurora Veil as well. So let's talk about our flow here. There's a few different approaches to this match, one of which is Ninetales plus Sandslash as a lead. I think that's my most likely lead. Another option is Togekiss plus Bronzong. I think he's gonna expect that. So I'm likely feeling it out, and I think my Trick Room mode is in the back in this game, right? So I think my Trick Room mode is like Ninetales, Sandslash, Bronzong, Rhyperior, right? I get Aurora Veil up, Ninetales or Sandslash goes down, Bronzong sets up Trick Room without the redirection, and then Rhyperior comes in and cleans the game. Another mode is Ninetales, Sandslash, Hitmonchan, Togekiss rather. That's kind of cool, where again, I get the Aurora Veil up, Togekiss comes in, Hitmonchan Dynamax is under Aurora Veil and starts getting max Knuckle Boost, and then by the time his boost ends, or his Dynamax ends, if he's still standing, which hopefully he will be, because I can still provide pressure with Ninetales or Sandslash, then Togekiss can come in, redirect those attacks away from Hitmonchan, and then it can start firing off those boosted Mach Punches, which really are devastating to the team, especially if it gets like 1 or 2 attack boosts. I mean, that's going to be crazy. Another option, again, in this matchup is just, like I said, having Hitmonchan in the back or having Trick Room in the back. I think generally Sandslash and Ninetales are most of the time my lead unless I see something really crazy here. Cottonee could dissuade that, right? Like a Cottonee Darmanitan could dissuade that. But generally, we are pretty safe to just set up that, set up that hail and just start firing off some attacks with Sandslash without even having a Dynamax. So it's gonna be a tough matchup. Not gonna sell that short. Duncan's a great battler. He's obviously 5-1 for a reason, but I do believe that we can win this match, and I do believe that we can come out on top, pick up a W, and then kind of put the past behind us and move forward. So if you guys enjoyed this team builder, be sure to like the video down below, subscribe if you guys are new, and there are still a few Minnesota Vikavolt limited edition shirts available. I'll plug them in the video too, but you can go to Vikavolt.com to check those out as well. Match going up tomorrow, and I'll see you guys there. Peace. If you guys enjoyed this video right here, I think you're gonna love this one right here. Otherwise, YouTube thinks that you're gonna like this video, so check out one of these two, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.